Give people a chance to load up in the room. We got some stuff to get into. Knotty crew. Hey, y'all. I'm just giving people a chance to load up in the room. Yes, let's get into it. I got an update on Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Still. He's been sentenced. I reported yesterday he was found guilty and charged with contempt of court. And I got the events leading up to that so that we can give our opinions. So as you load up in the room, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Share my content. Hey, grown woman. Okay, thank you for listening. I always appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to get into these clear folks. Yeah, and Hunter Biden got convicted in the firearms case. So we want to get into that because, you know, Donald Trump couldn't wait to troll Joe Biden, even though he's a convicted felon himself. Child. See, the reason why all these arrests are happening, it is an election year. People need to understand what's going on. But please hit that like button. So I reported yesterday on Brian Still, him being held in contempt of court. And shout out to Tough TV News for gathering this footage. But I have a little bit of an explanation. So let's get into it. Let me see how this goes right here. Wait. So you guys can see. So this TikToker broke it down. All right, here we go.
Copeland is a key witness for the state and this case. But when he comes to the stand, he ends up pleading the fifth. The judge throws him in jail for contempt and tells the attorneys that there's going to be a hearing on Monday, meaning today, to ask if Copeland plans on continuing to plead the fifth or if he's going to testify. Another key thing to know here is on Friday, Copeland's attorney, whose name was Melnick, said that he couldn't attend today, Monday, because he had some non-refundable tickets. So the attorney Copeland had on Friday is not the attorney that he had today. Now, this is all key information, so stick with me. So today comes, and court was supposed to start at 8:30 this morning, but there was a delay. And by the time Judge Glanville takes the bench, it's around 11 o'clock. Once that happens, the judge says there's actually been an update.
Mr. Copeland's had the opportunity to speak with his lawyer, Miss Bumpus, and it is my understanding he's going to testify. That's the latest I can give you, okay? So we're going to bring Mr. Copeland out, and we'll see what happens.
Copeland takes the stand and gives his version of a testimony.
Mr. Copeland, good afternoon.
I got to say that.
When is your birthday?
Next month.
Did you grow up in Mechanicsville?
For sure.
How many brothers do you have?
More than one. I think 3. Trey, not a boss.
You just give me the first name.
I just did. I guess.
All right.
I don't know. I went to a lot of different schools. I don't recall all of them. I only know one.
Are you married?
Nope.
Do you have children?
You know that. More than one.
Do you have more than 3?
I might. Ain't no telling.
Okay.
I don't know. Y'all been having me in jail so long. I can't recall.
Were you in jail on Thursday?
Thursday ain't came yet.
No, last Thursday.
I felt like it. I don't know their ages.
Okay. Are you currently working?
I'm in jail. Don't keep up with it. Driving without license. Driving with suspended license. Ran in front of police. I go to jail for the charges y'all throw on me. You tell me?
That's his testimony.
I don't know what happened in 2009. Probably so. I don't know. Never heard of that. What's that?
Did you ever take a drug charge?
Oh, this charge y'all put on me.
When did you get out of prison for federal charges?
When they let me go. One of the years. Y'all locked me up so much, I can't really.
Do you know someone by the name of Shannon Stillwell?
What's his nickname?
Okay, what do you call Shannon?
I call him Shannon.
And do you see Shannon in the courtroom today?
Well, I got a vision problem. What I see that for?
Hot, stinking mess.
Who am I looking for? I think I see him. Look like he wearing gray over there. I think lady got red hair.
Okay, so you pointing to a lady and not Shannon? At some point in time, did you ever develop a friendship with Shannon?
Yeah. I don't know when, but at one point we became cool.
And when you say cool, what do you mean?
COOL. You gotta be specific.
Sure.
I go out with anybody, even you.
I'm not asking about me. I'm asking about Shannon.
Hey, Judge.
Sir.
I'm hot. Can I take your sweat off?
Can we just I know we're gonna recess, ladies and gentlemen, maybe about 5 minutes, okay?
So after they remove Kenneth Copeland's sweater, the judge calls the jury back in and says it's time for lunch.
We've had to take up some ancillary business, and it's a lunchtime hour at this point in time. So what I was going to recommend we do is
Everybody goes to lunch, and before court resumes for the afternoon, Brian still says he has something he wants to address.
I was told, based upon information and belief, that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, he did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30. And what I found out is that supposedly in chambers, this honorable court reporter at times, district attorney or district attorneys from the DA's office, as well as investigators, sheriff deputies, Mr. Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on. It was told, based upon information belief, that it was told to the district attorneys that Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment. Then I was told, based upon information belief.
Okay, so this is what led up to the contempt charge. This right here, what Brian Still is putting out there. He's calling out the court for being inappropriate. Let's go.
That Adrian Love, the lawyer for Mr. Copeland, and this court were together, and Miss Love made representations that John Melnick supposedly spoke with some attorneys for the accused and wrote an email to Miss Love, to Adrian Love, stating that Miss Melnick does not represent the witness, and that Mr. Melnick wrote an email saying F you.
Wait, he just said Kenneth Copeland's attorney that came into the courthouse on Friday sent an email to Adrian Love that said F you?
To me, that never...
Mr. Steele, can I interrupt you just a second? I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too, and the reason
I'm asking you a question. How did you find out about it?
The premise Steele is setting up is that through the weekend and up until today, Kenneth Copeland had maintained that he was going to continue to plead the Fifth. Then this morning, there's this massive delay to court starting, and Steele says during that delay, Kenneth Copeland, his attorney, the judge, the DA, and investigators were all in a meeting in the judge's chambers, and following that meeting, Kenneth Copeland all of a sudden agrees to testify. And the problem, according to Brian Steele, is that a judge, DA, and a sworn witness can't have a meeting together in the judge's chambers without the presence of the defense. But the judge is telling him, not only can we have a meeting without y'all, the larger problem here is, how do you know about that meeting? Because anything that happens...
Okay, like, what is going on? The miscarriage of justice. Yo, this whole trial is a circus. And I'm just like, I think Young Doug gonna end up getting off. Here we go.
In a judge's chambers is supposed to be private. So Glanville's issue is, you need to tell me how you heard about this meeting. Oh, and ex parte just means one party. So the judge and the DA or the judge and the defense, those would be ex parte meetings with no witnesses.
We're entitled, Mr. Williams and every other person wrongly charged here is entitled under the Georgia Constitution
Commercial.
to be present. That's a critical stage.
It's just like when you meet with me, it's those are ex parte for a lot of different other reasons, but I will certainly note that for purposes of record.
Well, I'm going forward. What I was told was that Mr. Copeland said,
And you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not
How did you
answer that question.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why would you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to...
No. I'm asking you, how did you get this
I'm
information?
not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have it. I have problems right now.
Okay, I know. Look, I don't want to know about your problems, okay, at this point in time. All I'm asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? Look, if the case gets reviewed, the record's going to be available for our appellate court and for whatever reason. But it's disturbing that how somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regards to the court's private ex parte conversations with a party. I mean,
Yes. A witness who was sworn in Friday. The court's telling. This is what I was told. If this is not true, not true. This court handed Mr. Copeland.
Tell me how you got the information.
Why? State of Georgia. How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly that's this honorable court.
Okay.
Or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court.
That was shade. He went from this honorable court to this court.
Supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said actually all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know.
It sounds shady, Knotty Crew.
Information. Who told you?
What I want to know is why wasn't I there?
Rare.
Remember I said all of a sudden Kenneth Copeland agreed to testify today? Right here still is asserting that Copeland was coerced and threatened, and that's why he agreed to testify. And according to him, the judge was a party to, or at the very least, a witness to that.
Why, sir? I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who this. Tell me who this information was.
I don't want to be held in contempt. Well, then answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not
attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
I tell
you what. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me,
you don't have to.
If you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you. I'm going to put you in contempt because that is not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney work product privilege. I am not.
How did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
You got 5 minutes.
Well, I don't need it. I want to continue. This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland made statements that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas. Don't take my notes. No.
Now, if you've been watching, you know the death of Donovan Thomas has been discussed in this trial for at least the last 2 weeks. It is count 2 in the indictment and what some of these defendants are charged with. And Brian Steele just said that in this morning's meeting, Kenneth Copeland admitted to being the trigger man in that death. So the judge gives him 5 minutes to think about if he's going to tell him how he got the information, but Brian Steele ain't budging.
I asked you, how did you get this information? And it is not covered by work product. There's only one way you could have gotten it. So I'm going to ask you again. If you don't tell me how you got the information, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
I understand. I don't want to be held in contempt.
And I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is so sacrosanct to have a conversation in my chambers parroted to you and others.
Why would it be ex parte? You act like it's ex parte under seal.
It's ex parte because that's what the state asked me to do. It's just like when you asked me for an ex parte conversation.
I've never asked this honorable court or any court to meet with me and a witness. Well, your idea.
I have an idea how you got it, but that's improper, sir.
Your idea may be wrong, and you're asking me to judge.
You cannot eavesdrop and get information that was not meant for you to hear at that particular point in time.
This is so serious to me. We need a hearing. I'm moving for a mistrial. It is my understanding, based upon information belief,
from whom?
Part of it.
From whom?
Well.
Okay, Knotty Crew. So that's what led up to the judge charging Brian Steele with consent. But you know what? Gunna got the right lawyer. He's standing 10 toes down. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. But as a result of that, and shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for this information, Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, has been sentenced to 10 weeks in jail, 20 days, after being held in contempt. And he has to turn himself in every weekend. But I think he had every right to question that. Because, what is going on here? How did a witness go from not testifying to all of a sudden testifying? And I just feel like they all in cahoots together, and this is just rigged. And the witness, the witness admitted in the judge's chambers that he's the one that did it, and that tells me that there's something really, really fishy going on here, and they trying to hand Young Thug up. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the result it is. I think his lawyer is doing his job. How did he get the information though? That's what's burning me up. That is what's burning me up, child. All right, on the tail end of that, since we talking about clear people problems, rich people problems, Hunter Biden was convicted. And I got President Biden's response. Let's see. So Hunter Biden, and shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for gathering this information. Hunter Biden, the son of president, was found guilty on federal blicky charges after a trial that laid bare his addiction struggles. So the president's son was charged with 3 counts of possession of a blicky while using narcotics. The trial was the first involving the offspring of a sitting president. I mean, we all know the struggles he had with addiction. Joe Biden has not been shy about speaking on this, and his son's crimes are his son's crimes. All right. He's a grown man. So that's not a reflection on Joe Biden per se and the presidency. But Rolling Stone posted President Biden has responded to his son's conviction on federal blicky charges, writing that he will accept the outcome of the case and will continue. Oh, good point. Outcome of the case will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers the appeal. Now, Juanita just said Hunter's not going to jail because it's a first-time offense. But everybody getting locked up in 2024, child. But he was convicted on all charges, and you know Donald Trump cannot wait to give his side, okay, his 2 cents. So here's President Biden's full statement. As I said last week, I am the president, but I am also a dad. Jill and I love our son, and we are so proud of the man he is today. So many families who have had loved ones battle addiction understand the feeling of pride seeing someone you love come out the other side and be as strong and resilient in recovery. As I also said last week, I will accept the outcome in the case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. Jill and I will always be there for Hunter and the rest of our family with our love and support. Nothing will ever change that. All right. So then, of course, Trump had to send why? Why? You just got convicted yourself. So here's Trump's statement. This trial has been nothing more than a distraction from the real crimes of Biden crime family, which has raked in tens of millions of dollars from China, Russia, and Ukraine. Crooked Joe Biden's reign over the Biden family criminal empire is all coming to an end on November 5th, and never again will Biden sell government access for personal profit. As for Hunter, we wish him well in his recovery and legal affairs. You know, I'm starting to get bogged down with all this foolery that's going on. The gaslighting. It wears you out. It wears you out. So why you even got anything to say? You got your own convictions to worry about. This is the same man that cozied up with dictators. Nothing that Donald Trump does, it does not make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me. I wish him the best. Now, this morning we talked about the brawl that Sexy Red got into. I got the footage, child. This is a hot mess. I don't know what started the brawl, but I got the footage. So let's get into it. Child, you can't make this stuff up. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. Hot Mess Central. That's Sexy Red with the thing in her hand. Hey, Bianca. Hey, Bianca. Hot Mess Central. So, yes, it was definitely a brawl, and that's why she was arrested. That's why she was arrested. Look, guys, it's so much going on. It's a election year, so everybody trying to prove a point. Police officers are trying to all of a sudden do their jobs, even though they let so many criminals go. Hashtag no Diddy. All right. This is sad. I know Ja Rule, he posted this morning on Twitter. He said, people talk too much these days. I agree. That's what's getting a lot of these people in trouble. Happy birthday to Jadakiss from the Locks. Okay, he turned 49 years old today. Trying to end with some good news. Apple is doing all sorts of changes. They're implementing the AI feature into all the updates, and Elon Musk is having a hissy fit, saying that if they allow AI for the Apple products will not be allowed in any of his businesses. And it's just like, wow, go sit down. Go sit down. All right. I just wanted to bring you these updates, and I wanted to bring it full circle for you. You know, Brian still, good for him. Like, he's standing by his client. He looking out for his client best interest, and I ain't even mad at him. And he called out the judge for the foolery, and I'm sure he's going to find some way to get around it. But as of right now, he has to report to jail every weekend. So how does that work? Like, you in the same jail as your client? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I love you all. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. Let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think about the way Brian still is windmilling for Young Thug. Okay. This 88 day. I feel like this trial has been going on for years. I really, really do. I feel like it's been going on for way too long. And if y'all really had something, yeah, AI is happening no matter what. He just made his Tesla truck. Hold on, let me see. There we go. He just mad his Tesla trucks was a fail. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Any car that drives itself is weird to me. Yes, the world is going mad. And you know, it's sad. They locking all these people up and we still not safe. So protect your neck, Knotty crew out here. People are mentally unhinged. People racking up charges all sorts of places. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I don't think Donald Trump is going to end up going to jail. And I don't think Hunter Biden is going to jail. This is what you call privilege. 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 And what did we get in exchange? The Christian Rocks running around terrorizing the world. That's what we get in exchange. The blue faces, the Jaguar rights. All degenerates. All degenerates. So I love you all. Please like, comment, share, donate to the channel. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more updates. I'm working on some stories. I think I'm going to go off of mainstream. I'm going to just find some trending topics for us to discuss because I want to get y'all opinions on it. Appreciate every last one of you. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.